It's the Jaguars and the Jets under the lights on Monday night.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Jets of Brooklyn. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 3 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Here's 2nd and 3. A handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On first down, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd down and a yard. Rodgers now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Jets are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game.
19 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap comes at 1. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
Now Rodgers.
This pass complete to Ruckert.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it?
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
In motion left goes Jones.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Etienne.
Oh, he shifts past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Off the option, here's Etienne.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to win it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First down, Jaguars.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
In motion right is Ridley. And they'll run with Etienne.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Once more, Etienne. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They go play action with Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Powering his way forward.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on them, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now Lawrence.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets back out there.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Big completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense coming to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Taken at the goal line.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where you see the final score there. James Conner, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the first half, we saw some great play from Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both teams making their final adjustments. We're ready for the second half in Brooklyn as we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. KJ Hamler returning it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Jets. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Give to Bigsby on the option.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here's 2nd and 7. Another run by Bigsby. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Jets will take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Then he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here we go, sir.
Now they run the toss to Bigsby.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
They'll give to Hall.
And he is out of bounds but not before he's inside the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Oh, good move. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Jeremy Ruckert,
A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Rodgers throw taken in by Ruckert.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Hall again.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Running left, it's Hall. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll run with Hall.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look at you.
Hall again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on their way to a 2-0 start. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Now Jones.
Jones now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner puts it off.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jets add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 30. Jacksonville in a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Ball start. Offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here's Hall again. To the 43, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.